I'm so pleased to be joined by two 2020 OHL Priority Selection draft picks in second round choice Brady Stonehouse and third round pick Thomas Sirman. Guys, I appreciate you joining me today. How are things? We can start with you, Brady.
Good, thanks. Keeping low here.
Keeping low, hopefully keeping busy in some ways. I know there isn't much to do these days.
Yeah, staying active.
Perfect. And Thomas, how are things?
Things are going well. Just finishing up my last course of school and trying to keep busy working out and hanging with family.
Awesome. All right. Well, before we get into kind of the rest of our or what's to come with the Ottawa 67's, I guess we'll just start by getting everyone caught up on how you've been keeping hockey ready over the past year. It's certainly been a bizarre year to say the least. So we'll start with you, Brady.
Yeah, I actually came to Ottawa on my own and figured out living arrangements on my own and was training with our trainer, Sean Young, and then skating with a couple of guys like Merrick Rippin, Cedric Andre, and Mitch Holscher. So it was good to get like a feeling of what they do and get a year under my trainer.
Awesome. Yeah, that's definitely a good way to kind of get a head start on everything. And Thomas, how about you?
It's been a bit of a tricky year just because of COVID and all the restrictions, but I've been back home in Kingston and I've gone down to Kingston a few times. I have some family there and my brother. So between Aurora and Kingston, I've been able to get quite a few skates and pretty like steady workout plan for most of the year, but looking forward to a more like consistent summer this year.
Definitely looking forward to some more normality.
Yeah.
Great. Well, before we kind of jump into the 67's a little bit more, let's dial things back to minor midget. So Brady, you had a strong season with the Elgin Middlesex Chiefs and a really strong playoff performance with, you led the Alliance with 29 points in 16 postseason games. How does a strong finish like that really bode well for you heading into your OHL draft year? What did it mean to you to put up numbers like that?
Yeah, I just wanted to work as hard as I could, get to the dirty areas, make my teammates around me better, and just see where I end up.
Awesome. Well, the Chiefs have some impressive alumni over the years. Of course, someone who comes to mind is Travis Konechny, who went on to be drafted first overall by the 67's. Is he someone you kind of know and have been able to learn from at all?
Yeah, I've actually I met him once in Blenheim at the Blenheim Arena. He was watching a junior C game, so kind of cool that way. And then I just say I kind of play a style like him.
Awesome. It's nice that you guys were able to meet. And Thomas, you're a graduate of the GTHL's Toronto Junior Canadians, and you describe yourself as a two-way defenseman. You have good hockey IQ, you're a good skater, and you play with a bit of an edge. So I'm just wondering what makes this club such a good fit for you.
I think just the way they play the game, there's a lot of skill, and I think they just do a really good job of having all five players on the ice be really involved with the play in the defensive zone and offensive zone. So I think I fit in both those areas.
Awesome. And when you were drafted by, the reigning two-time first place team, what were you feeling and who reached out to you, Thomas?
I was super excited actually. So I think on draft day, right when I was drafted, I might not have been looking at the computer screen, the draft list. So I think it was my brother who called out to me, like just in the house I was walking around. So it was definitely super exciting. Then I looked down and I think I had a phone call from our GM, James Boyd, and my agent. So it was just like a really, really exciting couple of minutes, and the rest of the day was really awesome too.
Awesome. So happy to hear that. Well, Brady, I'll pose you the same question. What's it like getting selected by a team that has just seen so much success over the past couple of years?
Yeah, it's a surreal feeling with all the players that came out of this organization, and just happy to be here. It's going to be exciting next years to come. I can't wait.
Awesome. And you said you've kind of gotten the opportunity to get to know some of the guys and work out with them and trade with them. Who would you say you're most excited to be able to learn from when you finally hit the ice with this squad?
Yeah, I was going to say Mitch, but he graduated this year. So I'd still say Mitch, he's good role model. He taught me a couple things and then just showed me like the way how to be an OHL player, how to act. So got a good grip of that.
Awesome. And Thomas, I'll ask you the same question. Who would you say you're most excited to be able to learn from when you guys can finally skate as a group?
I'm not sure if I could pick any player, but any kind of the returning players. I think they all know how to win, and they've been so successful the last couple of years. So they know what it takes to win in the OHL and be successful. So I think any of like the returning players.
Fair enough. It's hard to just pick one. I understand. All right. Well, we touched on this a little bit earlier, Thomas, but I was hoping you could, in your own words, describe yourself as a player and talk about a player that you feel you model your game after.
Right. I think I'm a two-way defenseman. I think I can be super hard to play against in my own zone, and can play really hard defense, lock people down when I need to. But I also think I have a lot of patience with the puck, and I can make a lot of good plays in the offensive zone. And someone in the NHL, I think I play like. I think I really try to watch Morgan Riley on the Leafs a lot. I've always grown up a Toronto Maple Leafs fan, so he's a player. He plays like a lot of minutes every night and plays on the power play, plays on the PK, and he's just always relied upon. So that's someone I look up to and want to be like.
Awesome. Well, Brady, maybe you can also describe yourself as a player and just speak to an NHL skater that you feel plays a similar game.
Yeah, I feel like I try to model my game after Brad Marchand. Not a lot of people like him, so like that's what I like about him. He gets the dirty areas. He's fast. He's tiny. He's got good edges. He's got a good shot, and he'll take a hit to make a play.
Awesome. Yeah, it definitely gets under the other team's skin. All right. Well, looking back, and Thomas, I'll pose this question to you first. What would you say has been your favorite minor hockey memory?
Favorite minor hockey memory, I think, is winning the GTHL championship last year. It was a super exciting series. It was a lot of fun, that whole playoff run, but we were down. It was a best out of 5 series, and we were down 2-0, and we came back. We won game 3. I think it was in second overtime, and then we ended up winning the next 3 games. So that was super exciting, and I think that's my best memory.
Well, it's definitely hard to beat a memory like that.
Yeah.
In tandem with your best memory, who would you say has been your favorite minor hockey coach, if you had to choose?
I have a few. I think before my minor midget year, when I played at York Simcoe, I had a coach. His name is Matt Hogan, and he just really let me play my game, and I think I owe a lot to him. He let me give me a lot of confidence. And then when I was playing for the Junior Canadians, John Winstanley, I think he's a really, really good coach. I think I learned a lot from him, and playing for his program for 1 year, I think it really helped me just how professional we were at practice and at every day, how hard we worked. I think it made me a lot better.
Awesome. All right, Brady, I'm going to ask you the same thing. If you had to choose a favorite minor hockey memory, what would it be? And maybe you can speak to your favorite minor hockey coach as well.
Yeah, my favorite minor hockey memory would probably be winning the Alliance last year. Our team with the Chiefs, we went undefeated in the regular season. And then the first 2 rounds, we lost a couple games. So we had to face a couple adversities there. And then we just battled through and got the job done. And then my favorite minor hockey coach, either Jeff McDougall. He was more of a mentor than a coach. He just let me play how I wanted to play, like kind of like a second father to me. And then last year, Jason Williams played in the NHL, won a Stanley Cup, so it was great to learn from him.
Fantastic. Well, what would you say? And Brady, you've kind of taken. You've had the opportunity to live in the city for a while, but what would you say excites you most about getting to play and live in the capital city?
Yeah, I heard the fans are really good here. I heard it's noisy when it's full, and then just a city. It's really nice, nation's capital, lots of things to do.
Definitely is a nice city, and I can say that because I lived there for 10 years, so I agree. Thomas, I'll ask you the same thing. What excites you most about getting to live and play in Ottawa?
Well, I think I'm just excited to get to Ottawa to play there, just be part of that organization. They have a lot of history and been super successful. Be able to learn from all the amazing coaches and the returning players who played so well there. And I'm just excited to move to Ottawa. I've been able to visit a couple times, and it just looks awesome, like down by Parliament and just the downtown by Lansdowne and by the rink. I'm really excited to be in that atmosphere.
Yeah, it's definitely a nice place to live. And you said you're from Kingston, right? So you're not moving too far away. You're less than 2 hour drive if your family wants to come visit you, right? So that's got to make it a little special as well.
Yeah, pretty close.
Awesome. All right. We'll start with you this time, Thomas. I'm wondering if you have a locker room nickname, and if so, you can tell us what the story is behind it.
Usually, I guess there's just a few kind of like versions of it. I guess my last name's Sirman, so I usually get Sirmy or Sirmo. That's usually it. Just Sirmy or Sirmo or Sirm.
Pretty basic.
The combination, yeah.
Brady, what about you?
Yeah, my last name's Stonehouse, so the main nickname I get is Stony.
Pretty self-explanatory. All right. Well, when you're getting ready for a game, do you have a go-to pregame meal? We'll start with you, Brady.
Yeah, actually, I like to eat an omelet with ham, black olives, and cheese before every game.
It's very specific. I like it. What about you, Thomas?
For me at the rink, it's always same stretches. Kind of just like a mental routine in my head. I know like what stretches I do. And then I think this started a couple years ago, but it was always bubble gum. Whatever rink I was at, I always brought a quarter with me, and I'd go to the machine and get a bubble gum like an hour before the game and a Gatorade. So I'd always get my bubble gum and my Gatorade, and then have both of them while I was taping my stick, and that was before the game.
I love that. That's definitely a very unique and specific
got
routine.
pretty intense. I think a few years ago, we went to a rink and there was no bubble gum machine, like to put my quarter in. So one of the dads on my team like drove to a convenience store like a few minutes away, came back and got me like a pack of gum before the game. I was like, I just had to have it.
I was just about to say, like, what happens if there's no bubblegum machines at the arena?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Awesome. Well, Brady, you mentioned your very specific pregame meal. What about the rest of your routine?
Yeah, I tape both my sticks before the game, and then when I'm getting dressed, I usually put my left side on before my right side, so it's either left shin pad then right, and then like that.
Perfect. What about pregame music? Do you guys have like a go-to playlist? Are there some songs you have to listen to before you get going, or do you kind of just go with the flow? We'll start with you, Brady.
Yeah, I just go with the flow. I like rap, but I'm good with anything that gets pumped up.
Thomas?
I'm the same as Brady. Whatever like all the boys like on the team. That's what usually gets me going too.
Perfect. Nice and easy going. All right. Well, Thomas, which OHL arena would you say you're looking forward to playing in most? I think I know what you're going to pick, but I'm going to ask you anyway.
Yeah, probably London, I think. I was able to watch my brother play there a few times, and it was just like a lot of fun. And it's just like a really nice rink. It's obviously really big, so excited for that.
Awesome. Well, I thought you were going to pick Kingston, so that was
oh yeah, I was actually talking about that yesterday. Kingston, I think would be really cool too. Just like having my whole family there and a lot of friends. But Kingston and London.
Awesome. What about you, Brady?
Probably London or Windsor. Like they're both 15-minute drive from my hometown, Blenheim, so we get a lot of family there, and then we only make a road trip once a year there, so it'll be good.
Yeah, definitely lots to look forward to there. All right, I have one last question for both of you. I guess we'll start with you, Brady. Is there a significance behind your jersey number? And if so, what is it?
No, I don't really have a significance. I just go with the flow. Like whatever's there, like whatever looks good on jersey, I'm going to choose. So not really anything significant.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And what about you, Thomas?
In minor hockey, I wore 68 because my mom was born in 1968. So that was kind of for her. But now in Ottawa, I wear 25, and that was just one of the numbers that was available, and I liked it the most. So went with it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much to both of you. Really appreciate your time. It's been nice kind of getting to know you guys a little bit more, giving fans a little more insight into what to expect from two of Ottawa's top picks. So thanks again, and I hope you guys are both keeping safe and healthy during this time.
Thank you.
Awesome. This has been Brady Stonehouse and Thomas Sirman, second and third round picks of the Ottawa 67's in the 2020 OHL Priority Selection.